Well, this is what winning feels like, I guess. It feels nice. It feels very nice. Welcome back, everyone, to TTP Sports. And before we get into this Flyers victory over the Arizona Coyotes tonight, the most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate that. We just got over 400 subs, so let's try the new goal, get over to 500 subs. And maybe when we get there, possibly I will do a giveaway to celebrate that 500 subscribers, so definitely hit that sub button. If you're a new viewer to the channel looking for all the latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events, this is your channel to be at. Definitely hit that sub button. If you're a current longtime member of the channel, I'm grateful for you being here that long and looking to continue moving on down that path. So let's get this thing to 500 subscribers now. I'll probably do a giveaway, so definitely hit that sub button, and let's continue to move on from there. So the Flyers get their second victory in a row in this back-to-back road trip against the Vegas Golden Knights, and tonight against the Arizona Coyotes by a score of 5-3. JVR remains red hot. The power play remains red hot in this game. JVR getting a goal, Scott Lawton getting a goal, Travis Konecny finally getting back on the scoreboard. Yeah, everything just felt, I wouldn't say everything felt good. I was going to say that, but there were some things that I had issues with in this game just because there were a lot of moments where the Flyers gave Arizona a lot of momentum, and it felt like that throughout the entire pace of the game. Arizona gave the Flyers momentum. It basically was a shift of momentum throughout the entire damn game, and it was just really just Flyers. You need to, I understand you're playing a back-to-back. You traveled from Jersey on Wednesday, and now you played Vegas yesterday, and then today you're in Arizona. So it's just, can you not, I can understand fatigue, but can you not give a team like the Arizona Coyotes that much momentum in a goddamn hockey game, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. I'm like, my goodness, like, please, just make the game not as stressful as you possibly can. It would definitely be very helpful. It would definitely be very helpful. And honestly, you got started off very early in this game. James Van Riemsdyk, he forces a turnover in the neutral zone, gets a little 2-on-1 action going into the Arizona zone, and he scores. Makes it a 1-0 game, his second goal in as many nights. So JVR, I know he has had a putrid start to the season, but hey, goals in back-to-back games, maybe hopefully that can spark him a little bit, because yeah, JVR is definitely a very hot and cold type of player, as many goal scorers are in this league. So hopefully this is something for him to, get sparked up. So Flyers go up 1-0, but then, not that long after, really not that long, 39 seconds after the Flyers score, they turn it over, they get hemmed into their own zone, shot goes on net, a little bit of a weird puck bounce, and it's Jay Beagle that puts in the empty net and ties the game up at 1. So you take the lead very early, and it evaporates like that. So a 1-1 game very early. You're basically starting from scratch at this point. God. So that's basically how the first period ends. The Flyers do get a power play. There were a lot of nice looks on this power play as well. The Flyers had a couple of power plays throughout this game as well, and there were definitely some good looks. So they get that early power play in the game. Travis Konecny, he has a nice look, a nice redirection chance. It just doesn't go by Vejmelka. But it felt like this period was just way too back and forth for my liking, like the entire game. It just felt like both teams were giving each other momentum way too many times, and it just didn't like it. Just Arizona, you shouldn't be giving a team that has only as many wins as they do, a very bad team in the Arizona Coyotes. You should not be giving them that many chances. Yeah, Martin Jones, after he allowed that first goal, because it did go in the first shot for Arizona, but Martin Jones did really step up in that period. He made some saves. I wouldn't say anything that was too drastic. I would say that Arizona didn't really have any dangerous chances at the end of that first period, but Martin Jones did have to come up with some saves. But you go into the second period tied 1-1. And now for the start of the second period, I was not really a fan of the Flyers' effort coming out. They looked dead in their rights. They looked very fatigued starting this second period. Arizona got a lot of chances as well, but they were not able to score. And very early into the second period as well, Travis Konechny makes a nice play driving the net. I don't think he gets the initial shot off. I think it goes off of one of the Arizona sticks, but then it lands right on Scott Laughton, who's also driving the net, and he manages to put it into the net, so it becomes a 2-1 Flyers lead. But then, not that long after, I would say a little under 5 minutes, it becomes a little offensive zone possession for Arizona. Once again, I think the Flyers turned it over in the neutral zone during this situation, and Arizona managed to control it in the Flyer zone for a little bit. And it becomes Nick Schmaltz, a little bit of passing play between him and the defenseman on the point, and then he just literally just throws a Hail Mary on Martin Jones, and it somehow goes in. I'm not sure if Martin Jones didn't see this puck. I think there were a couple of bodies in front of him, but it hit the camera that was inside of the net, popped right out. There was a little bit of a puck scramble in the crease, but it was a goal because it did hit the camera. But, just try to put that puck into all that stuff. But, hey, it becomes a 2-2 game. But then not that long after that, Vejmelka, Arizona netminder, he makes a crucial, just boneheaded decision. I'm not sure if he whiffed on this or if it was just a very bad decision. So Arizona, they miss on a pass. It goes down into their zone. Vejmelka comes out of the net, and it kind of does look like he whiffs on this passing attempt to one of the Arizona players, and he didn't get all of it, and it ends up on the stick of Patrick Brown, and then he puts it into the open net to make it a 3-2 Flyers lead. So Flyers, just like that, they go back up 3-2 after Arizona ties the game. Then later in this period, the Flyers get a power play, and they cash in on this power play. Beautiful puck movement. They get the rebound. They manage to set up once again. Travis Konechny with a shot on the right side to flex in off of James Van Riemsdyk. His second goal of the game makes it a 4-2 Flyers lead. The goal was originally credited to Konechny, but then it got credited to James Van Riemsdyk, and the scoring just decisions were, by the official scores were just all over the chart tonight, because Schmaltz's goal was originally credited to someone else who potted in the rebound, and then this goal was originally credited to Travis Konechny. I think they credited the Flyers on one of Arizona's goals. It was like a completely different amount of players that got the minuses when they weren't on the ice. Just the official scoring for this game was just like, completely, just off. But hey, Flyers go up 4-2 going into the intermission, so all you have to do in this period is just close the game out. They somewhat do it. I guess you can consider that, because a little bit of back and forth going into this period. Arizona got some chances, Flyers get some chances, and then you get a 2-on-1 between Cam Atkinson and Claude Giroux with a forcing of a turnover in the Flyers zone. They go up the ice for a 2-on-1. Atkinson hands it off to Claude Giroux, puts it in 5-0 past Vejmelka, becomes a 5-2 Flyers lead. But then Arizona, they make it interesting, and they score off of a one-timer, becomes a 5-3 Flyers lead, and then thankfully, they managed to close off the game there. It was just like it became way too interesting at that point. It was just, really wasn't a fan of, just like I stated many times in this recap, I just wasn't a fan of, the constant shifts in momentum. It just wasn't, I guess ideal, I think is the right word to say it. I think ideal is probably the right word to say it. And I know I've been looking down at this so much because for some goddamn fucking reason, the NHL app on my iPad keeps freezing. So when I'm trying to look at some of these stats, and for the Arizona goal, it was Krause that got that 5-3 goal. I was trying to scroll down the entire goddamn time, but for some reason this thing just keeps fucking freezing on me. So there you go. So looking at some of these underlying stats in this game, Flyers win 5-3, 3 stars of this game. James Van Riemsdyk gets the first star, so he has 3 goals in this little road trip back-to-back in Arizona and Vegas, so hopefully, he can continue this little hot streak. Travis Konechny, he gets the second star of the game, and Nick Schmaltz gets the third star for Arizona. Shots on goal in this game, 34 for the Flyers to 32 for the Arizona Coyotes. Flyers won in faceoff percentage, 52%. Flyers go 1 for 3 on the power play. Arizona goes over 2 on the power play for themselves. Not that much of a physical game. 19 hits for the Flyers in favor of Arizona's 14. A lot of block shots for both teams. 16 block shots for Arizona, 14 block shots for the Flyers. Flyers did give the puck away a lot in this game, though. They turned it over a lot, and that was something that I really didn't like either. Turnovers in the neutral zone, turnovers in their own zone, failing to clear the puck. And these were during the stages where Arizona was getting a lot of changes in momentum, and they were possessing the puck in the Flyers zone a lot. And this happened also in the first meeting between these two teams. It was just, why are the Flyers allowing this team to get so many chances? I know the Flyers were on a bad stretch. They were on a 10-game losing streak for not going into the night. They won yesterday, but still, you know what I mean. Hasn't been good the past couple of weeks. Thank God we got back-to-back wins, but still. You shouldn't be, for as bad as you're playing, you're still way better than Arizona. Arizona is just a putrid franchise. They're a putrid team, and everything is going a mess for them. They were almost, basically, if they didn't pay their taxes, they would have got kicked out of their goddamn stadium, for Christ's sakes. You know, yeah, a lot of things are going bad for Arizona, and we think everything is, not good here. Even though it's not good here, we're not Arizona. I think that's the point in this entire goddamn mess, but still. You shouldn't be giving a team like Arizona that many looks. Just should not. The momentum should not be. I understand you're on a back-to-back. There's going to be fatigue involved on this 3-game road trip. I understand that. But just really critical. You just cannot give a team like Arizona that much momentum. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be just pulverizing them. But thank God you were able to score on a lot of the chances that you did get. So thank God the offense has been waking up these past 2 games after getting shut out in New Jersey. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Got 9 goals in this back-to-back between Vegas and Arizona. So, as the NHL app once again freezes on me, I don't know why the fuck this is doing this. So, you wrap up this road trip, and now you got a couple of days off tomorrow and Monday before you play at home against the New Jersey Devils to wrap up that season series. And man, that is a weird one. I don't understand why it was scheduled like this, like 3-game season series against one of your division rivals, and you play the entire span of that season series in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You played them first on November, 28th, on a Sunday, and then you played them the next Wednesday, and now you played them on Tuesday. Basically 1 game a week, and that's your season series. So hopefully they can find a way to beat New Jersey because they've had her number this year. So hopefully you can salvage that with a win at home and just, find a way to build this confidence from these past 2 wins and just get some type of streak going because you got New Jersey coming up. Honestly, these 4 games for the Flyers right here, including tonight, it's a little bit of an easier competition because you're not playing top teams. You're playing teams like Arizona, which you beat today. New Jersey on Tuesday, even though that team has been giving you issues this year, New Jersey's still not that good of a team. They're a very young team, but still not that good yet. So you got to get a win there. Thursday against the Montreal Canadiens, that they have been putrid this entire season. That's got to be a win on the road. And then you got a home game against Ottawa. Ottawa, I would say, is the more probably, besides New Jersey, I would say Ottawa is probably the tougher opponent out of these 4 teams. I know I'm including tonight's game, but still, I think Ottawa's probably more tougher just because even though they're not that good this year, they have a lot of young talent, and they've been winning some games, and that team can score. The only issue with Ottawa right now is they can't keep the puck out of the net. So that's definitely going to be a tough matchup for them. So, and then after that Ottawa game, you got a game at home against Washington, you on the road against Pittsburgh before the Christmas break, and then you go back on the road after Christmas to play Seattle, San Jose. You basically go on your Western California road trip. Seattle, San Jose, Los Angeles, Anaheim. So then going into the new year for that. So, looks like the paper bags are working so far for Flyers Twitter. That's 2 wins ever since, the paper bag movement. That is still very funny. It's basically my entire goddamn Twitter timeline is full of paper bags, and I really just can't tell the difference between who the hell is tweeting because all I see is paper bag, and I see paper bag tweeting. Okay, who the hell is this? Because then I got to look at your goddamn username. So it's just a very funny thing. It's fucking hilarious seeing that entire standpoint. But hey, Flyers get a win. I guess that's all that matters in the end, and at least we can now, talk about some wins, which is good. It's good. So just keep winning. But still, like I said yesterday in my recap, My hopes, still, I'm not expecting much. It's just nice to talk about wins, but at the end of the day, I think I still know what this team is. So I'll leave it there. So what are your thoughts on this game, everyone? What are your thoughts on the scoring in this game, Martin Jones's performance, and looking at the upcoming games from here on out? So definitely don't forget to leave your comments and opinions in the comment section below. Do not forget to drop a like on this video. Do not forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to BrodesMedia, the Florida Pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that good stuff is down in the description below. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button. I'll greatly appreciate that. Let's get that to 500 subs so we can do a giveaway. Why not? Get it to 500 subs. I'll be very grateful for that. And I will see you next time.